Hello and welcome to this week's guided reading with me, Becca Handley, for the 4th of October through to the 10th of October 2021. We have a new moon in Libra on Tuesday, Wednesday the 6th. And so that's bringing some very interesting new energies in, particularly to do with relationships and fundamentally the relationship with yourself. So this moon is going to be bringing up some stuff, possibly, but it's things to be looked at so that you can really start to heal those old patterns or wounds that are holding you back. Because October is a month about breaking through and moving forward. I've just been listening to a video, an energy update by a guy called Lee Harris, who I've mentioned in my videos before, who I adore. Don't know him personally, but he's an English guy based out in the States, and he does energy updates on YouTube. And I really recommend having a listen to this month's one. But in a nutshell, he's saying that we have an opportunity to really start breaking through some old energy and some heavy stuff this month. And it just gave me a lot of hope. He also said that the first 6 months of the year were very much about sort of introspection and introverted, sort of a more inward experience, whereas the second half of the year, these next 6 months, well, we've already started in July, but really moving forward now is about the outside world and seeing things happen on the outside, following from a lot of the work that we've been doing internally. So if you feel like you've been through the mill, and so many of us have in different ways, then now is a time to really start to think, to have hope for the way forward, that actually things can shift quite quickly, energy can change, but a lot of it is about being open to the higher energies and not getting too sort of stuck down in the lower stuff, or the 3D matrix as it's sometimes known in spiritual circles. We've got this higher birthing of this new world coming through, and these new energies are really helping anyone that's got a sense of purpose or wants to do something to kind of make the world a better place, bring some light, some positivity, some wisdom, some creativity. There's so many good energies coming in, particularly around this new moon, to help you do that. So be open to miracles, be open to shifts, be open to breakthroughs, and know that things can change. But we have to have a little bit of faith and also be willing. So stay in your hearts, keep your hearts open where you can. And yeah, look forward to some magic. A couple of other things about the new moon. It's in Libra, so it's a lot to do with relationships. And again, it's asking you to look at sort of feelings around self-worth, deeper insecurities. It's encouraging you to ask, are you being kind to yourself? Are you positive with yourself? Really sort of assessing your own relationship with yourself. And then once you've done that, you can also extend that to the relationships around you. And it's also a moon that's going to be encouraging you to possibly step back and maybe even let go of some relationships that just are no longer serving you. And it's not always easy to do that, particularly with friendships. We can sort of bring up a lot of guilt, but if there's someone coming to mind as I'm saying this, listen to that. And the beautiful thing is, it's all energy on one level. And if there might be some difficult feelings around that, in a few months' time, as Lee says in his video, those feelings will have passed and something new and better will be on its way to you. So it's about really, are your needs being served in your relationships, and asking some difficult questions, but with the view that things will get better if we start to really listen to that deep wisdom. Okay, I am talking a lot. So these little cards I've used before, you might have seen these, Be the Change, Tiddly Widdlies, little Tiddly Widdly cards. I'm going to give them a shuffle. Oh, one's already fallen out. Okay, so that will be our Monday. Oh, I like it already. That's our Monday, Tuesday card. Oh, wow, they're really doing their own thing, these little guys. Either that or I've just got butterfingers, which may well be the case. Give them a little shuffs. Let's see what's coming out for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and finally the weekend. All quite different. So Monday, we have confidence. I'm going to have to read it. By aligning my belief system with my truth, self-doubt dissipates. So that's quite an interesting one ahead of this new moon coming in about your relationship with yourself. It's really about listening to your heart and your deep inner wisdom, and making sure that your beliefs are true to you. And again, Lovely Lee talks about beliefs changing, and we're in this very sort of crunchy energy right now of this sort of divisive, polarized situation on Earth, which he talks about being these higher energies at play. So we're kind of, there's a lot of division, there's a lot of polarity, but you know, it's really important that we listen to our inner wisdom here and not get sucked into these divisions and these sort of camps, as it were. I'm really trying to stay aligned with love. I like that question, what would love do? When I'm in a difficult situation, sometimes I think, what would love do? And love sometimes says no, this isn't for me, but often love is about compassion, it's about forgiveness, it's about being more understanding of yourself maybe, or somebody else. And yeah, just when it comes from within, when it comes deep from within, and we're listening to that, then we do feel more confident, we feel more empowered, and we doubt ourselves a lot less. So confidence, aligning my belief system with my truth, self-doubt dissipates. Moving on to the middle of the week, we have responsibility. It's a big long word. Good one for Scrabble, that one. When I realise the strength of my words and actions, I am empowered to accept or change the roles I play. Let's just sit with that for a minute. When I realise the strength of my words and actions, I'm empowered to accept or change the roles I play. So everything is energy. Every word we say has an energy. Our thoughts have energies. And I think this card for me is really sort of getting us to look at those thoughts inside, the words in our heads and the ones coming out of our mouth, and know that there is no such thing as a neutral thought. Well, maybe put the kettle on. If you think that, or say it's still got an action, isn't it? It's an action, but everything, you know what I mean? Everything has a sort of a vibration, and this can positively affect us. I mean, the thoughts we say inside of us definitely affect how we feel, and the thoughts and the feelings that we have towards other people, and the things we say will affect them for not so good or for good as well. So I think in this time of the new moon, bringing up things, just be mindful of the words that you're saying to yourself, the things you're saying to the people around you. Try and stay connected to love where you can. Speaking your truth is a really wonderful thing. It's empowering. It's not all about saying that's okay, but when we do it with a sense of grace, and this is my really loving the concept of grace right now, then we're not going to wound people in a way if we're coming from a place of our own inner wounds. So it's about thinking before you speak, I guess, which is also a good thing in this Mercury retrograde time, not to just let it blurt out. So responsibility midweek. Okay, what we got for the last card? Humility. There's a quality we need a little more on this planet, if you ask me, particularly in our political system, but I won't go there. I live in grace. I am not separate. I honour all life with great respect, and I see myself in others. So I follow a lovely guy on Spotify called Bobby Klein, and he does a I Ching reading once a week, and he always finishes his I Ching with this Ilakesh Alakin. I hope I'm saying that's right. It's a Native American phrase which means I am the other you. And really what it's saying is that we are all mirrors of each other. So you treat someone with respect, you're treating yourself with respect. You treat someone cruelly, you're only hurting yourself as well as them. So it really is this idea of remembering that we are all human beings doing the best we can do. None of us are perfect. And right now, there's no expectation to get it all right. But what we can do is have humility, hold our hands up when maybe we've said something a little out of sorts. If we've been pretty harsh on ourselves, we can take a moment and just breathe and forgive ourselves, or say some kind words. Excuse me, I feel like I'm getting a little frog in my throat. But it's about a message of kindness and remembering that the wisdom of the heart is a lot more powerful than a lot of the stuff we have up here. So keep connected to your heart, keep connected to the beautiful energies all around us. Great Spirit, as I like to say it myself with my love of the native culture. But whatever that word is for you, that higher power, it's here to serve you, it's here to help you grow, and it's ultimately a source of love. So there we go, a little longer than normal. I'll finish there. Have a lovely week. Sorry, I'm getting a little croaky here, about to lose my voice. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.